Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. So my name is Samuel Cole. I'm a poet, and I just want to thank Michelle and the entire Mind team for putting on this phenomenal event. It's been pretty amazing so far. I loved every performance. I will not speak for too long. I'll just give you one poem. The title is Heart Cry, and I hope that you're encouraged. For him, speaking to family, friends and strangers is a struggle at best and a nightmare at worst. Dodging texts, calls and face-to-face appointments, he takes the long route home to avoid awkwardness and disappointment. He wishes to be one with nature, but is at odds with human nature. Unable to breathe audible sounds to familiar faces, able to drop cliche jokes but can't hold a conversation. While speaking, his voice falls choked. Unable to think quickly enough so his mouth stays closed. And his emotions rattle the bars of his conscience in an effort to be liberated. 14 years old, confused and miseducated. Whilst missing school unbeknownst to his guardians and peers, his blues are amplified by the shadows of his nascent fears. How can someone so young know pain so well? Blocking out the sunshine now with every possible veil, he longs for some kind of peace to prevail, expecting the piercing pain and seething sorrow to fail, fighting hard to keep the black dog at bay, but the scars of this conflict means he will never be the same. For her, speaking to family, friends and strangers is the only way she understands her self-worth. She looks outside for evidence she's fine inside, because she can't see her beauty with her own eyes. Heavy anxiety weighs on her chest like a ton of gold, causing her face to shine like a ton of bricks. When was the last time she smiled to leave anyone convinced? Looking around at those who care for her, she only sees contempt and anger. She accepts rejection and rejects affection, crushing to dust any hope for her self-acceptance. 16 years young and a victim of her own mind, with a world view shaped by her sense of emptiness, covered by layers of everything from hairdos to dresses. Food has become a luxury, not a need. Water likewise, catalyzing the destruction of her self-esteem. A hurricane of woes have struck her core. She's wrestling to find the rock amidst her storm, undertaking quick fixes to heal the sting of a splintered spirit. But makeup won't mend the wounds of this heartbreak kid. With all this, she is concerned only about how she's perceived, making her problems deeper. You see, I understand what it's like to be misunderstood, when one's words and thoughts don't seem to agree. My senses fluctuate somewhere between apprehension and frustration, triggering fear of making the same mistake twice, to fail again and buckle head first. But since when did emotions dictate what's real and what's fake? I must move beyond yesterday's mistakes. I refuse to let my mood have the last word. I refuse to entertain grave thoughts. I refuse to entertain vain thoughts. I will take more and say more. Real faith and hope to beat shame, so I can give praise on the weekday. Whether I receive cash or see rebates, whether I'm solo or I meet babe, whether I sweat blood and still fail, I can make a wonderful case to keep praying. In spite of the sickening feeling of time wasted, I can make a wonderful case to keep praising. In spite of the trickling tears down my face. Surely there is a future for we who will quit. Victory is promised only to we who persist. I owe it to myself to look beyond the darkness, hold my head up high, and see a better day. Thank you.